Dive. At 104 years old, Dorothy Hoffner set a new record after fearlessly jumping from a plane roughly 13,000 feet in the air. Look at
Love her
face. Hoffner topped last year's record set in Sweden by a 103-year-old. She's not stopping at that. She plans to taking a hot air balloon ride for her 105th birthday in December. That is classic YOLO.
Dorothy,
right,
you rock. Well, coming up on the Today Show today, an NFL Cinderella story. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy talks about his path from the very last draft pick in 2022 to one of the league's biggest breakout stars. Thanks for watching early today. I'm Jessica Layton.
I'm Frances Rivera. Have a great Wednesday. See you back here tomorrow. Your news continues right here on NBC and our NBC stations.
Brownsville, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. After a car wreck, what does it mean when we say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done? It means making the insurance company do what's right. It means getting a powerful law firm on your side, one with a proven record of success. And it means the peace of mind of never paying us a fee unless we get money for you. So if you've been injured, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Spread the word, not the germs. Reminder to wash your hands for at least the full 20 seconds with soap and warm water. Together, let's keep our family and friends safe.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, tracking another day with temperatures on the toasty side, but I'm tracking a blast of chilly air on the way. I'm going to be tracking the timeline in your full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. While the annual rate of deaths from breast cancer is declining, it remains the leading cause of cancer deaths among women overall. We'll hear from doctors on what warning signs you should keep an eye out for. Plus, we'll hear the story of how one local veteran was on the front lines in Belgium during a critical battle in World War II in this week's Voices of Honor. Then, diamond prices are taking a hit as many consumers shy away from luxury goods like jewelry. We'll find out what this means for your wallet. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Wednesday, October 4th. I'm Ashley Wilson. We go straight now into our top stories. A nationwide test of the emergency alert system is happening today at 1:20 local time, meaning your cell phones will let out a loud siren. The National Network to End Domestic Violence says this could pose a threat to domestic violence victims. While these alerts are invaluable for the public safety, they can be dangerous for those who may have a hidden cell phone from their abuser. Today, everyone's cell phones will go off during the emergency testing. The only way to avoid this is by turning off your device. But be aware that once you turn your device back on, the alert will sound. This alert comes as Domestic Violence Awareness Month begins. If you or someone you know may need help leaving a domestic violence situation, reach out to the national hotline anytime. That number is on your screen. It's 1-800-799-SAFE. The Barron County Veterans Association has found a new way to honor local veterans, all while showcasing local history. In the last few weeks, this Veterans Association has worked to put up banners around downtown Glasgow honoring war heroes from the area. City images of local veterans from a variety of conflicts and branches of service are now on display in downtown Glasgow, and the association says so far the reception has been great.
I've received numerous phone calls, texts, and messages wanting to know how they can get their family members or friends on a banner. And hopefully this will be something that we will continue after Veterans Day.
The city also hopes that the banners help families honor their relatives' sacrifices. And the KHSAA is facing a referee shortage after recent incidents involving athletic officials. Incidents like parents verbally and even sometimes physically assaulting game referees. These issues have been prevalent in many sports leagues, whether youth, AAU, or high school sports. News 40 spoke with one local high school official who explained what he thinks is the cause of the shortage, not just in the Commonwealth, but across the U.S.
A lot of people
whether they don't think about it or if it's one of those things they see, unfortunately, some videos, from AAU tournaments here, AAU tournaments there, where you got sports officials being unfortunately physically attacked by, upset parents and things along those lines.
Several sporting events have had to be rescheduled or even canceled due to this shortage. If you'd like to help, visit khsaa.org. We look around the nation now, where in a historic move yesterday, now former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was voted out of his leadership position as some members of his own party turned against him. McCarthy lost his leadership role in a move led by a group of Republicans who criticized the California congressman for working with Democrats to pass a bill preventing a government shutdown. The final vote, 216 to 210, with all House Democrats plus 8 Republicans voting against McCarthy. McCarthy has announced he will not run for Speaker again. Representative Patrick McHenry of North Carolina will now serve as the party looks for its next House Speaker. That was a look at your top stories. Now I'm going to send it over to meteorologist Darius Mack for a check of our forecast. Darius, good morning.
Well, good morning, Ashley, and good morning to those of you watching from home, getting ready for work or school this morning. Temperatures into the 50s right now and also approaching the low 60s in some locations. 62 degrees there to Allen County. You're checking out Simpson County at the Franklin thermometer. 61 degrees right now, 59 degrees at the Bowling Green thermometer. As far as things go, we got those winds that are flowing in from the south. And of course, that's ushering in the warmer temperatures for us. You've noticed it's been warmer over the last few days. It's felt more like on the summer side of things, but I'm going to be tracking some changes later this week as far as the temperatures go. Radar pretty dry and quiet. That's going to be the case as we go throughout the day today. Your commuter forecast on this Wednesday. Temperatures will be into the 80s. You're going to notice clouds will be on the increase as we go through the latter part of the day. This will be ahead of rain chances, which will arrive as we go in store for your Thursday. I'm going to be tracking that just ahead in your full forecast. Weather on the 4th is brought to you by Deborah Rose, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
I would describe myself as a fighter. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 30 years, my fights have been against giants. I fight the powerful for the powerless, and our results speak for themselves. We have recovered billions and billions and billions of dollars for our clients. $1.2 billion in one case alone. I risk my own money in case cause fighting these wrongdoers. If you want a fighter, you can count on me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
When Daniel Cameron says he absolutely supports bringing back Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, Cameron threatens to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians and punish working parents.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
But when Cameron said he'd back Bevin's war on teachers and take taxpayer money from public schools to give to private schools instead, he'd punish Kentucky's kids. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
Okay, let's do this. Who am I this time? Did not see that coming.
There's another state kid.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's just about 8 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. It's the second most common cancer among women in the U.S., and while the annual rate of deaths from breast cancer is declining, it remains the leading cause of cancer deaths among women overall, and early detection is critical to survival. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on the importance of getting screened early and often.
kind of looked down and I was like, what is this? It was like a snowball rolling downhill.
In just weeks, Felicia Brown went from finding a lump in the shower to a diagnosis of stage 3 triple-negative breast cancer. After that came 6 months of chemo, then a double mastectomy and radiation treatments.
If it had not have been for me noticing that what I had wasn't there the day before, I probably wouldn't have been here.
The American Cancer Society says early detection is critical. So is knowing your breast cancer risk.
Breast cancer screening is much more than just about your age. It's about your family history, your genetics, if you know them, and your own personal medical history.
When to start screening will depend on your risk. The organization says women at average risk for breast cancer should begin talking to their doctor about the best time to start screenings in their early 40s. By age 45, there should be a mammogram every year.
Have your girlfriends support each other in breast cancer screening.
Women at high risk for breast cancer should get a breast MRI and a mammogram every year starting around age 30. And everyone should pay attention to changes in their bodies.
Here I am, almost 17 years cancer-free. And I just continue to just live in that. And I thank God and my family every day.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
The CDC says it's no longer distributing COVID vaccination cards, a staple of the pandemic. The white cards debuted in late 2020. It was a simple way for the government and vaccine recipients to keep track of doses and could be used to prove vaccination status for things like large events and international travel. The federal government no longer requires people to show their vaccine card when coming in from outside of the country, and most countries have also stopped requiring proof of vaccination to enter. But the CDC says you should still check with your destination before leaving the U.S. Coming up next on News 40 Sunrise, we'll honor one local veteran in his decision to serve our country in this week's Voices of Honor.
Plus, it may have felt like summer over the last few days, but I'm going to be tracking a blast of chilly air. I'm going to be running those numbers for you in my full forecast a little bit later.
Wherever you are, we are with you.
It's important to understand your insurance policy. At Buyers Insurance Group, we work with our clients to educate and develop the best plans for auto, home, business, and life insurance. Let's talk about policy.
Call or visit us for a free quote.
Buyers Insurance Group.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. As soon as you call us, our truck response team can jump into action, gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, getting police reports, and reconstructing the accident in order to build a powerful legal case for you. We're your on-the-scene big truck team. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman. Truck wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Hi, I'm Hiram Kemp.
Hi, I'm Neil Pollard.
We're the hosts of The Light of the World.
Please join us on a special day and time.
This week on WNKY television, our aim is to reflect Jesus, the true light. Hope to see you here.
J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels, when a person comes in and does their prearrangement, I can see it over the years that I've worked in this, how much it eases the family's minds. If you have 4 people, they have 4 different ideas of what they want. This settles that to where they say if that's what mom wanted, that's what dad wanted. You can see the relief on a lot of families' faces because all you do is say, what time do you want the funeral? What time do you want the visitation? And they can spend more time with their family members and friends in the grieving process. It just really takes a lot of burden off your family.
Wherever you are, we are with you.
To News 40 Sunrise, and as always, thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:13 a.m. I'm Tommy Modesto.
Bowling Green native Elmo Lincoln Martin was drafted into the Army like many Americans during World War II. He was sent to the front in Belgium, where his regiment met advancing Germans in what would become the Battle of Elsenborn Ridge, part of the last major German offensive of the war, the Battle of the Bulge. He is this week's Voices of Honor, brought to you by Hospers Health.
In 1942, when I was inducted in the Army, and they sent me down to Camp Van Dorn, Mississippi, for training. Once they thought we were ready to go, they put us on the ships, took us over to France, put us on trucks, took us right up to the front line. Captain says, Elmo, take your squad. We're going to put you out on the outpost. Outpost is about half a mile or so out in front of the main line. Now you're out there for a reason. If the Germans start making an attack, you'd be the first one to be in battle and the first one to get killed, but it'd give them time to organize. It was a dangerous place to be. I think I was out there, I don't know, a month and a half maybe. Anyway, just thought it was time that we changed, got my regiment back. We was probably 7 or 8 miles from the front line. It was an old depot. We called it Buckhole Station. We were there on the morning of the 16th. We didn't think there was any problem for us. We're not on the front line. Fog was starting to lift a little bit. My first sergeant saw somebody coming down the railroad track. He got a little closer, and it turned out to be a German. He had his rifle, and he just shot him. And that's when the battle started there. The fog was lifting, there was enemies all over the place. I went out, and there's a log pile out by the railroad track. Myself and 2 other guys, and these Germans were all over in a field up there, and we were pouring the bullets into them, all 3 of us. Germans didn't like that, so they turned the machine guns on the log pile. Just barely high enough to protect you, you know. Bark would get in your eyes and machine gun bullets all over. They didn't get us out of there with their machine gun, so the Germans decided to use a mortar. My friends were over in the woods. That's where I should have been, but I wasn't. They started yelling at me. They holler, "Run, Sergeant Martin, run." So we ran for the woods. Got over there in time to watch the mortar blow the logs up. Lost 32 men that first day. My company, we held them up for about 2 days, and then kept getting surrounded, and captain would say, "We got to move back." We'd move back some more and start digging in back there, and all of a sudden, we got to move again. They're surrounding us over on the other side. Went back to a place called Elsenborn Ridge. It was the main line of Americans established back there, and we never let them get through Elsenborn Ridge. Stopped them cold there.
It's time now for a first full check of your forecast on this Wednesday morning. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack. Temperatures this morning starting off generally into the 50s out there and approaching right around 60 degrees in some locations. 57 at the Glasgow thermometer, 61 in Allen County, 62 in Simpson County. And those winds on the light and calm side got a bit of a modest breeze there into Simpson County right at 5 miles an hour. Winds are flowing in from the south this morning, and it's the southerly winds that's ushering in, of course, those warmer temperatures for us. It's been feeling like summer over the last few days, but I am going to be tracking some changes on the way, and I do mean some big-time changes in just as we go over the next several days. As far as things go, weather views, Butler County, Kentucky, you got some clouds out there in the mix, but we also have the sun that is starting to shine out there early on this Wednesday morning as you're heading out and about. Radar pretty dry and quiet. It's a clean sweep out there for today, but you're going to notice some changes, and as far as those changes go, it's all going to be associated with this frontal boundary. Behind it, sharply cooler air. Ahead of it, we got some milder air and also some rain chances, and those are going to be arriving as we go in store for your Thursday. It's going to be turning much cooler, though, and that's all going to be courtesy of this pattern shift. Notice this almost kind of a bowling ball that's going to work its way across the region. This is going to be bringing us this chilly blast of air, and I'm going to be talking about probably some cooler numbers, some of the coolest numbers we've seen so far this season on the way. And those high temperature trends, normal high anywhere between 77 to 75 degrees. We're going to see that go below normal as we go by the weekend. Notice highs into the 60s on Saturday. Could be a high of 63 degrees on Saturday as we're going to be tracking a blast of chilly air that arrives this weekend. Futurecast, we're going to be tracking those rain chances in between the mild shift and the sharply cooler chilly shift. And what I mean by that is notice as this frontal boundary approaches from west to east, watch those showers as that will increase by Thursday. We're looking at about 8 a.m. Thursday morning, clouds increasing, thicker clouds as we go by your Thursday morning, and then those showers will arrive, especially as we go by late morning and into the early afternoon time frame. Some gusty showers here and there, maybe even the occasional rumble of thunder, but all in all, once these showers pass through, it looks like by Friday morning, we should expect some clouds to hang around and also temperatures to trend cooler for us. Let's check out that 7-day forecast. By the way, you can always find your 7-day forecast available on WNKY.com by scanning this QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Be sure to follow News 40 weather online and on the air, even when the skies are fair. Again, tracking those rain chances Thursday. Few shower chances early in the day for your Friday. We're going to be drying things out for your Saturday and Sunday. Sharply cooler temperatures, highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s, potentially even some 30s, especially in those sheltered and valley areas for a few mornings. And then we're going to be back into the 60s, low 70s into next week with a mix of sun and clouds. More News 40 Sunrise after this.
Feels good to be home. For a limited time, Ashley is offering 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, your first 3 payments are on us. Get this dining set in time for the holidays for just $41 a month. Shop today and pay nothing till 2024. Only at Ashley.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features P. Rose. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
By getting to know you and keeping you informed every step of the way.
And by dealing with the insurance companies and the paperwork and all of the other hassles that just add to your worries.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
We know you're going through a lot. Reaching out for help should be painless.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Feels good to be home. Plan ahead and get your home ready for the holidays at Ashley. For a limited time, buy one, get one half off store-wide. Bring home this sofa and its matching love seat is half off. Shop now, spend less, and get more. Only at Ashley.
U.S. job openings rose unexpectedly in August. That's according to new data from the Department of Labor, signaling the labor market remains tight. U.S. employers posted 9.6 million jobs in August, up from 8.9 million in July. It comes as some Federal Reserve officials have expressed openness to another interest rate increase this year in the central bank's efforts to curb inflation. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has once again topped Forbes' annual list of the 400 wealthiest people in America with an estimated net worth of $251 billion. He's followed by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, whose estimated net worth is $161 billion. Forbes has dropped former President Donald Trump from its list this year, estimating his net worth now at $2.6 billion. That is $300 million below its baseline for the list. And good news for lottery lovers, the grand prize for tonight's Powerball drawing has climbed to an estimated $1.2 billion. That is the third largest jackpot in the game's history. The cash option payout would be more than $550 million before taxes. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Just in time for the start of engagement season, diamond prices are taking a hit as many consumers shy away from luxury goods like jewelry. But a drop in rough diamond prices doesn't mean you'll see cheaper prices at the store. Jen Sullivan has a closer look at why you can soon expect a marriage proposal surge.
Diamond prices are dropping, but don't expect to see cheaper prices at your local jewelry shop. According to Zeminski Global Rough Diamond Index, prices for rough diamonds, the raw, unpolished, and uncut stones, are the lowest they've been in a year. And one economist says the price drop, plus a robust U.S. labor market, could contribute to a surge in marriage proposals.
It's easy to find a job. Jobs are plentiful. And it's one of the reasons why you're seeing an increase in household formations.
So what's behind the plummeting prices? Industry analysts are linking the slump to declining sales at the jewelry counter, saying many post-pandemic consumers shy away from luxury and discretionary goods and spend on more traveling, eating out, and other experiences.
Households actually had quite a lot of savings. They could insulate themselves.
It comes as the largest jewelry company in the U.S. predicts a marriage proposal boom. According to Signet Jewelers, engagements will soar as high as 2.5 million in 2024.
I think that's a very good sign that gives you just a really strong sense of just how robust portions of the consumer market are and just how solid the U.S. economy is.
For those looking to propose this year, don't expect cheaper diamonds. Analysts say retailers don't typically adjust in-store prices based on price fluctuations to products on the short term. For example, a 1-carat round diamond at the store is on average 3% more expensive right now than it was in January of 2020. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Today's forecast features Lennon, and Lennon says, have a positive day. It's a beautiful start to the day. You may notice temperatures into the 60s right now. It's cooler out there. We got another day with warmer weather as we go later throughout this afternoon, and then we're going to be tracking some cooler numbers as we go later into this week, especially by this weekend. As far as things go, the temperatures right now that we're seeing could be our high temperatures on Saturday. 60 degrees in Scottsville, 61 in Franklin, 64 in Russellville, and those winds are flowing in from the south and southeast. Generally a light and calm wind out there. Radar pretty dry and quiet as high pressure is in control for now, but I am going to be tracking some changes. You're going to notice clouds increasing as we go later through the day today, and temperatures right around the middle 80s this afternoon with those increasing clouds. I am going to be tracking rain chances for your Thursday. That all just ahead in my full forecast. Don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues after this commercial break.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
Andy Bashir wants to talk education. His record, Andy closed down our schools. Regular kids still haven't recovered. Fewer than half can read or do math at grade level. I'm Daniel Cameron. As the husband of a teacher, I know we can do better. The Cameron Catch-Up Plan is about supporting our teachers and getting kids caught up. I won't just campaign on education, I'll get it fixed because our teachers and students deserve it.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
News 40 is broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join us weekdays for the latest news, sports, and weather from across the region. News 40, because local matters. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
You're watching News 40 Sunrise. I'm News 40 meteorologist Arius Mack with your News 40 Weather Authority. Still tracking another day with toasty temperatures, but some big changes are on the way. I'll tell you more about those changes in my complete forecast. It's 6:28. It's time for the latest on your top stories.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. A nationwide test of the emergency alert system is happening today at 1:20 local time, meaning your cell phones will let out a loud siren. The National Network to End Domestic Violence says this could pose a threat to domestic violence victims. While these alerts are invaluable for public safety, they can be dangerous for those who may have hidden cell phones from their abusers. Today, everyone's cell phones will go off during the emergency testing. The only way to avoid this is by turning off your device. But be aware that once you turn your device back on, the alert will sound. This alert comes as Domestic Violence Awareness Month begins. If you or someone you may know need help leaving a domestic violence situation, reach out to the national hotline anytime, and that number is on your screen at 1-800-799-SAFE. The Barron County Veterans Association has found a new way to honor local veterans, all while showcasing local history. In the last few weeks, this Veterans Association has worked to put up banners around downtown Glasgow honoring war heroes from the area. City images of local veterans from a variety of conflicts and branches of service are now on display in downtown Glasgow, and the association says so far the reception has been great.
I've received numerous phone calls, texts, and messages wanting to know how they can get their family members or friends on a banner. And hopefully this will be something that we will continue after Veterans Day.
The city also hopes that the banners help families honor their relatives' sacrifices. And the KHSAA is facing a referee shortage after recent incidents involving athletic officials. Incidents like parents verbally and even sometimes physically assaulting game referees. These issues have been prevalent in many sports leagues, whether youth, AAU, or high school sports. News 40 spoke with one local high school official who explained what he thinks is the cause of the shortage, not just in the Commonwealth, but across the U.S.
A lot of people, whether they don't think about it or if it's one of those things they see, unfortunately, some videos, from AAU tournaments here, AAU tournaments there, where you got sports officials being, unfortunately, physically attacked by, upset parents and things along those lines.
Several sporting events have had to be rescheduled or even canceled due to this shortage. If you'd like to help, visit khsaa.org. We look around the nation now. We're in a historic move yesterday. Now former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was voted out of his leadership position as some members of his own party turned against him. McCarthy lost his leadership role in a move led by a group of Republicans who criticized the California congressman for working with Democrats to pass a bill preventing a government shutdown. The final vote, 216 to 210, with all House Democrats plus 8 Republicans voting against McCarthy. McCarthy has announced he will not run for Speaker again. Representative Patrick McHenry of North Carolina will now serve as the party looks for its next Speaker. That was another look at your top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
I'm reporter Carlisle Coppins, and it's now time for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm here with Lucy, and she is so sweet. She's a little shy at first, but once she gets comfortable, she's very adventurous. Come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society to adopt Lucy.
Meowsers, look at Lucy.
Lucy is the cutest little kitten face I have ever seen.
So cute and so adorable. I can see that she can be a little shy at first.
She can be a little shy, but obviously she
so adorable.
liked that camera there for a little bit, playing games, not being too bashful. Obviously likes those snacks, standing around top, but she is adorable and she needs a forever home. So you can adopt Lucy today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
Yes, and coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial Pound Law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Football Frenzy is back in South Central Kentucky. WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football. The most schools, the most highlights, the most coverage. Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we look at the last Titans game, we preview the next Titans game. That's the Mike Vrabel Show on CBS 40.
Join the coach and the seat geek next.
Sunday mornings on WNKY CBS 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
6:34, weather on the force to get you out the door. Brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. We take a look at the weather view, courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet. We take a look at the view from the Mesonet site there at the WKU farm. We got clouds that are overhead. You're going to notice clouds be on the increase as we go throughout the day today. And this will be ahead of a frontal boundary that will move through on Thursday. And that will bring us not only clouds, but some rain chances as well. As far as things go, temperatures into the upper 50s and even some middle 50s, 56 degrees in Glasgow. Even have some 60s out there, 60 degrees in Scottsville. It's 62 degrees in Simpson County. And we do have those winds that are flowing in from the south and east. It's generally a light wind out there, about a 3-mile-an-hour breeze, give or take. Radar pretty dry and quiet today. That's going to be the case. The only difference is we got clouds that are increasing. Temperatures are going to be still on the toasty side, somewhere around the middle 80s by this afternoon, and you're going to notice those clouds really on the increase by this afternoon, especially throughout this evening. And then we'll track those rain chances into your Thursday. But following those rain chances, a big time chill. I'll show you those numbers coming up just ahead of my full forecast. But for now, I'll send it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Darius. It's time now for your Wednesday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me in studio this morning are Randy Burns and Stacey Biggs here to talk all about the exciting Hometown Showdown lip sync battle. You guys, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Ashley. I love a lip sync battle. So much fun. We had one here in Bowling Green a couple weeks ago. Now there's one in Glasgow. Tell us all about this.
We are so excited about the lip sync battle. This is actually our first time to do it, and it benefits the TJ Community Mission Foundation. We have 10 teams lined up, so there will be a total of 5 battles that'll go head to head, and there is a lot of competition and a lot of smack talk happening around Glasgow right now.
So I know that the police and the fire departments, we covered a story last week, and they are talking smack, which I love. It makes for good competition this way.
It does, absolutely. Do you want to talk about the teams?
Yeah, we're really excited, and we're so grateful for the teams having the courage and the excitement that they put into this to be able to be a part of our event. Without the teams being willing to do it, you couldn't have events like this. But yeah, the event's going to consist of 5 different battles, as Stacy said. One will be the Glasgow Fire Department versus the Glasgow Police Department. One will be the faculty and staff from Barron County High School versus Glasgow High School. It's going to be Edmonton State Bank versus South Central Bank in a battle of the banks. It will also be the local YMCA versus Extreme Fitness Health Club, and then the last battle will be what we're calling the Team TJ battle, which will be the TJ Nursing Department versus the TJ Rehab and Therapy Department. And
these sound like the most epic pairings of battles against one another. Again, you said the smack talk is real, and now knowing the teams, I believe it.
Absolutely. A lot of competition happening, yes.
And so obviously, as you said, going back to the foundation, all raising money for a really great cause. Tell us how people can support this mission, this cause, and enjoy this event.
There are multiple ways that people can support it. One is each team is actually doing a fundraiser on their own, which supports the foundation. Some of them are doing raffles, some of them are doing just different things. We're actually doing internally a Kiss the Pig contest, which is getting a lot of chatter around the hospital. So support those teams when they put their fundraisers out there, support them. Also buying tickets to the event. Every dollar from ticket sales to the event at the Plaza, it is at the Historic Plaza Theater in Glasgow. And the money from the ticket sales goes to the event. So we are also still have some openings for sponsorships. There are multiple ways, and we would be glad to talk to anybody about how to get involved and how to sponsor the event, how to support it, how to support the teams.
Well, it sounds like so much fun. I know people don't want to miss out. One more, tell us when and where it's happening.
It's going to be October 14th at the Historic Plaza Theater in Glasgow, Kentucky. You can get all the details for the event at hometownshowdown.com, and at the website you can even click on purchase tickets and it will take you to the Plaza's ticketing website. And so it's going to be a great time. And so for all the information, also just follow the TJ Community Mission Foundation on Facebook, and you'll see some great photos of the teams, and it's going to be a big time.
It's an event not to be missed. Well, thank you both for being here this morning and sharing.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Of course. That was a look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Darius Mack will have a full look at your forecast. Stay with us.
Do you have musty smells coming up from your crawl space? USS is here to help. Neglected crawl spaces and excessive moisture can cause mold, unwanted pests, wood rot, and high energy bills. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your crawl space, making the air in your home cleaner and healthier for you and your family. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's officially live.
America's #1 sportsbook is here.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
You can bet on all your favorite teams.
All your favorite sports. Even all your favorite golfers.
Plus, you can play any way you want.
Everything from live bets to same-game parlay. And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com. Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
It's the return of the Mac with a full look at your forecast. The time is about 6:42 on this Wednesday morning. Hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. We got clouds that are going to be on the increase today, but otherwise things are going to remain pretty dry for us, and we got another toasty day underway as well. Radar pretty dry and quiet out there. It's a clean sweep, all courtesy of high pressure. Going to be tracking some changes, though. I did mention we do have some clouds that will be on the increase. You're noticing that at the WKU farm this morning, but the temperature at that thermometer there, 58 degrees. It's 57 there into Monroe County, and that is the view there, and it's a beautiful view. I mean, it's a great start to your Wednesday. Temperatures generally ranging anywhere into the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees this morning, and it's funny to think these could be the temperatures for highs on Saturday. I mean, we are going to be tracking a chilly blast of air that is going to be on the way later this week. As far as those things go with winds, we got those winds flowing in from the south and east. Generally a light and calm wind out there. A little bit of breeze, 3-mile-an-hour breeze here locally in Bowling Green. Radar, for the most part, we're seeing some showers there towards Missouri, towards Illinois, out towards Iowa, into portions of Wisconsin. This is all associated with this frontal boundary. Now, this frontal boundary is going to be bringing us rain chances tomorrow, but also behind it is the big story, as it's going to be ushering in some sharply cooler air, and that's all going to be associated with this pattern. I mean, just watch as this wave dives across the region. Almost kind of looks like a bowling ball. It's going to roll through the part of the weather world and bring us the chilly air. And I'm going to be talking about temperatures that are going to be the coolest that we've seen so far this season, and that is expected to arrive this weekend. Check out those temperature trends as we go over the next several days. Our normal high temperature should be between about 75 to 77 degrees. And notice it's going to really drop on Saturday, a high temperature of 63 degrees. And we're going to keep things below normal into next week as well. Futurecast to show you any clouds or any rain out there today. Not expecting any rain. We'll have those clouds on the increase, though, and temperatures still somewhat on the toasty side into the middle 80s this afternoon. The clouds will become thicker and increase more in coverage as we go by early into your Thursday morning, ahead of showers that will move through. Some of these showers a little bit gusty and maybe even a few rumbles of thunder, but otherwise we're going to be tracking rain. It's going to be working its way across town. It looks like late morning into the early afternoon time frame. We're going to hold on to some decent rain chances for really most of your Thursday. Things start to dry out as we work into your Friday, and notice temperatures will trend on the cooler side as well. Again, Saturday's high of 63 degrees. And not only talking about the high temperatures, but check out the low temperatures. I mean, lows in the 40s. We could see in sheltered and valley areas lows potentially in the 30s. Some frost possible maybe in some outlying areas. Wouldn't surprise me. Temperatures into the 60s as we go for your Sunday with sunshine in store. Remember to follow News 40 weather online and on the air, even when the skies are fair, by scanning that QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
No dairy, no problem. Rooster's got you. Our delicious oat milk ice cream is a vegan treat you don't want to miss. It's a dreamy delight that'll please the whole gang. Try it in a cone or a shake and treat yourself at Rooster's today.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! A home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise, and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome into sports. The girls' district soccer championships took place last night at Greenwood High School. Lady Gators and Lady Purples faced off in an intense match with no score through the first half, but the Purples got on the board in the second thanks to a penalty kick. Greenwood quickly answered with a goal of their own to tie up the match. Just moments afterwards, this one went into overtime and penalty kicks, where the Lady Gators ultimately took home the 14th district title on a sudden death goal. Meanwhile, Russellville took their meeting with the Logan County Cougars in girls soccer 3-2. Meanwhile, Franklin Simpson got the boys soccer victory over Russellville. Both teams will be in action for championships this Thursday, where both teams will take on Todd County Central. The state golf tournament is going on at the Bowling Green Country Club. The highest individual from the area in day one is Bowling Green's Caroline Childers, who is tied for 12th. And in the team competition, Bowling Green is currently in 8th out of the 9 schools in participation. And the 19th ranked Tops dominated Liberty in conference play in volleyball. This is the team's first conference road match of the season, and it was a sweep of the Flames. There's another match with Liberty in Virginia today at noon. That's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Maxwell. It is now time for this week's What's Brewing at the Ballpark. And actually, we were just chit-chatting a little bit about what you guys got going on, and it's a whole lot of fun coming up.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on in October, and that's what I love. Again, Bowling Green Ballpark is so much more than just the Bowling Green Hot Rods. We've got community events that come through really every single week, from smaller events to larger events, but coming up very soon. So not this Saturday, next Saturday, the 14th, Blockbusters at the Ballpark with community education.
I love that.
Love having people come out.
Yeah.
It's like a drive-in movie because it's on the big screen, but you don't drive in, but you get to sit on the field and watch a movie, and it's going to be Top Gun Maverick. So
that's a great movie.
It's going to be a great movie. So I know Harvest Fest is going on that day, so we want everybody to come over from Harvest Fest and chill out at the rest of the night at Blockbusters. Then my personal favorite, Bourbon and Brew Fest, the 8th annual, coming back to Bowling Green Ballpark. And of course, that's, bringing distilleries and breweries, and we have vendors, and I'm personally excited about some of the sponsors we have coming. Renew is our hydration sponsor. They're coming to do IVs and B12 shots on site. So, sometimes if you're, served quite a bit, you need some
good pick-me-up
hydration.
Yeah.
They're going to be there. I love that. I'm excited. But we've got so many great vendors to shop with. Nothing But Cakes is going to be out there. Always fun to have them there. Always a tasty treat that you get to take home with you. We've got a safe ride home courtesy of Reed Law Group, so you can get to and from the event safely. We love that. But Bourbon and Brew Fest, October 21st. Tickets are available at bgbrewfest.com. Tickets start at $50 for general admission, $65 for premium, and $95 for VIP.
All right, that sounds like a whole lot of fun. Make
It
sure to
is.
mark it on your calendar. That was this week's What's Brewing at the Ballpark. When we come back, Darius Mack will have another check of our forecast. Don't go anywhere.
My brother Tim was paralyzed at Disney World. We got to see what happens when you're poor and you got a big injury, and we ended up hiring the wrong lawyer. When I see these clients in my lobby, I see my brother Tim, and I don't want him or them to ever have that kind of representation. I want them to have their best chance of winning and the best chance to put their life back together the best way they can.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
Mom.
Also, we added you to our new Spectrum Mobile plan, okay?
I'm good. He's not going to be calling.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
What's my shoe size again?
You're an 11 and a half.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
I would never show my teeth. Never. Would never smile. And it forces you into this submission of silence because you don't think that anybody's going to take what you have to say seriously. Invisalign has changed my life forever.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
It's that time of year again where we look forward to pumpkin patches, hay rides, and decorating for the fall mood. In Logan County, they're continuing a tradition that has been around for a while. Michael Ridgway brings us the story.
So here in Logan County, we do like the hay bale competitions for the fall, just to get us ready for like spooky season, I guess you could call it.
It's a big deal in Logan County and has been for almost a decade now. The county-wide hay bale competition, a chance for everyone, business, nonprofit, or homeowner to show their creativity.
Leslie is very imaginative. She has a great decorating sense, and so as we had our meeting on, the upcoming events that we were having, she said, hey, I've seen this where they ride a horse. I've got a cowboy that I can stuff and make.
The county's tourism page put out a list of addresses if you want to go hunting, and they're everywhere. From this latte to this scene from a famous YouTube video that feels like centuries old. It's a way to express what your company is all about.
We wanted something original, and we are a bunch of lifesavers. People come to us for all their healthcare needs. We are anywhere from pediatrics all the way up to the elderly.
But it's also just a good bit of fun for the season.
And so we both came up with like a mini car wash. We were like, that would be neat. I haven't seen anybody else do that.
But no matter what kind of decoration you're using, whether it be hay or pumpkins, fall is undeniably here in Logan County. Because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
It's time now for a quick check of your forecast out there. We take a look at the WKU farm, courtesy of Kentucky Mesonet site over there, the camera. You see those clouds that are out there. You're going to notice clouds are on the increase, but it's a beautiful start to your Wednesday morning. Temperatures into the 50s to right around 60 degrees, 62 in Scottsville, 61 in Franklin, and 59 in Bowling Green. Those winds are flowing in from the south and easterly, a modest breeze out there, just right around 5 miles an hour is where we're seeing most of those winds. Radar pretty dry and quiet. That's going to be the case as we go throughout the day today. That's all associated with high pressure. But I am going to be tracking some changes, and you're going to notice clouds on the increase. And temperatures still on the toasty side, but temperatures will drop, especially for this weekend. Your 7-day forecast is coming up as we're wrapping up the show. Don't go anywhere.
WNKY News 40 loves celebrating our viewers. That's why we bring you Soki's Birthday Club. Joining the club is free and simple. Visit WNKY.com/birthday, fill out the form, and click submit. That's it. Your name will appear on News 40 Sunrise and News 40 at noon on your birthday, and you'll be entered to win a special birthday surprise. WNKY News 40 loves celebrating you because local matters. Soki's Birthday Club is brought to you by these great sponsors.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America, fighting for you, Morgan & Morgan.
Mom.
Also, we added you to our new Spectrum mobile plan, okay?
I'm good. He's not going to be calling.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
What's my shoe size again?
You're an 11 and a half.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story.
Don't let nobody hold you down.
Teachers make all the difference in the world.
And Blake people think y'all look alike.
You can be our son.
I love Jennifer. Ladies, let's go.
It don't matter.
WNKY NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com. Bowling Green, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Well, Darius, glad to have you back.
You know, glad to be back.
We were just talking about you had a quick trip, but you got to go to an NFL game.
I did. I got to see the Jets and the Chiefs play on Sunday.
What a game.
It was an interesting game. I mean, just sitting through the first quarter and then seeing all of the points start to rack up, and then just incredible. The atmosphere, the fans. I mean, you could literally just feel the energy that was there.
All the Swifties need to know. Did you see Taylor?
Okay, so she was there, apparently. She was there at the game. I personally did not see Taylor.
You didn't see her?
I did not see Taylor.
Could you feel her energy?
Maybe.
Did you see a lot of Swifties out there? Because I was watching the game and I saw a lot of people are now buying Chiefs jerseys with Swift as the last name on the back.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
So did you see anything like that?
I didn't see anything like that. I was in the section where just a lot of Jets, a lot of Chiefs fans. Didn't see any Swifties out there. Must have been sitting in the
on the other side of
the stadium. They must have been in the front. View. Yeah, they were probably trying to get closer to Taylor Swift. So that's probably where you would have likely seen the Swifties at the game.
But a great game nonetheless.
It was a great game. It was also a close game, but very, I mean, it was just one of those.
Controversial at the end. We were just talking about that.
Yes.
The refs, did they blow it? That's up for debate. Well, I guess it depends if you're a Chiefs fan or if you're a Jets fan. So it probably, but who are you going for?
I was going for the Jets. So.
Because you were in New York.
Yeah,
there you go.
Why not? You know, why not go for the Jets?
Gotta cheer for the home team.
Plus, I was there with my buddy who was also going for the Jets. I mean, so why not?
Made it easy.
But back here at home, what's the weather going to be like?
Back here at home, yeah, the weather is going to be changing for us this weekend. You're going to notice temperatures are going to really drop, especially on Saturday. Highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s, potentially 30s. Some areas could see some frost, especially in some outlying sheltered or valley areas. It's a possibility this week where you could see some frost, so we'll have to watch out for that.
All right. Thank you, Darius. And thank you all for joining us at home this Wednesday morning. We'll see